Geneva talks just ended. No deal. Witkoff and Kushner left the room disappointed, and tonight Politico confirmed what nobody was supposed to know. Trump's own senior advisors are privately pushing Israel to strike Iran first, so Iran retaliates against American troops. So Trump can go to war with public support. That is not a defense strategy. That is a trap being built in real time. And it ends tomorrow, when Trump convenes his war council to decide not whether to strike Iran, but how big the strike will be. Geneva talks concluded tonight with zero agreement. Iran rejected dismantling its nuclear sites. Iran rejected transferring its enriched uranium abroad. Iran rejected permanent restrictions on its program. Witkoff and Kushner are disappointed, according to Axios. Tomorrow, Friday, February 27th, Trump meets senior advisors. U.S. officials say the internal discussion is no longer about whether to strike. It is about scope and targets. Satellite imagery published today by CNN shows 11 F-22 Raptor stealth fighters, the most advanced air superiority jet on Earth, just landed at Ovda Air Base in southern Israel. Every single U.S. Navy warship docked in Bahrain left port. All of them. And Qatar Airways just canceled flights to Iran through June 30th. Before we break down exactly what happened and why this matters so much, please make sure you subscribe to Angel News. We're giving you the real analysis nobody else will touch. Share this with everyone you know, because while Iran's diplomats were still inside the negotiating room in Geneva today, American F-22 stealth fighters were already landing on an Israeli airbase 2,000 kilometers away. Today's round was the longest yet. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi confirmed 4 hours of morning talks followed by 2 hours in the afternoon. 6 hours total. The Omani Foreign Minister called the exchanges creative and positive. But here is what actually happened inside that room, according to the Wall Street Journal. Iran said no to transferring its uranium stockpile abroad. Iran said no to ending uranium enrichment. Iran said no to dismantling its nuclear facilities. Iran said no to permanent restrictions on its program. Iran said yes to exactly one thing: technical-level talks next Monday in Vienna at the IAEA. That is not progress. That is Iran running out the clock, one round at a time. Think about what Iran just did in Geneva. It sat across from Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner for 6 hours. It used language like elements of an agreement. It agreed to meet again next week, and it rejected every single substantive American demand. Iran is not negotiating to make a deal. Iran is negotiating to delay a strike. Every week of diplomacy is a week the Verba air defense missiles get closer to delivery. Every week is a week Iran rebuilds its ballistic missile stockpile. Every week is a week the concrete hardens over the Talagon 2 nuclear bunker. Iran is winning with words what it cannot win with weapons: time. While diplomats talked in Geneva, American satellites and Chinese commercial imagery company Mizar Vision captured something that changes the entire military picture. 11 F-22 Raptor stealth fighter jets are now deployed at Ovda Air Base in southern Israel. CNN confirms a 12th is expected. The F-22 Raptor is the most advanced air superiority fighter on Earth. It supercruises, sustaining supersonic flight without afterburner, making it invisible to most radar systems while burning less fuel. The U.S. prohibits selling the F-22 to any country on Earth, including its closest allies. It has never been deployed to Israel before. These jets are not there for exercises. They are there to own the sky over Iran before and during a strike. Think about what 12 F-22s in Israel actually mean. The F-35C is a stealth strike fighter, built to penetrate air defenses and hit targets. The F-22 is an air superiority platform, built to kill everything Iran tries to send back. You deploy F-35s to attack. You deploy F-22s to make sure nothing Iran launches survives long enough to reach a carrier, a base, or a city. America just placed both pieces on the board in the same week. Share this with everyone you know, because every U.S. warship in Bahrain, the home of the U.S. Navy's 5th Fleet, has left port as of today. Satellite photos from Planet Labs confirm it. The last time this happened was right before Iran attacked Ovda Air Base in Qatar at the end of the June 2025 war. The Navy knows what is coming, but here is the revelation that exposes the real war strategy nobody was supposed to see. Politico published today, citing two sources familiar with internal White House discussions, that Trump's senior advisors would prefer Israel to strike Iran first. Not because it makes military sense, because it makes political sense. The exact quote, "The politics are a lot better if the Israelis go first and alone, and the Iranians retaliate against us, and give us more reason to take action. That is the strategy. Use Israel as the trigger. Let Iran fire back at American troops, then walk into war with the American public fully behind it." Here is the problem. Israel does not want to go first. Netanyahu's government has made clear it does not want to initiate. The most likely outcome, both sources told Politico, is a joint U.S.-Israeli operation from the start. America goes in. Israel goes in. Simultaneously. Think about what that joint operation actually looks like. F-22s from Ovda suppressing Iranian fighter response. F-35 is from Nevatim striking missile sites. F-35Cs from the Abraham Lincoln and Gerald Ford hitting nuclear infrastructure. B-2 Spirit bombers from Diego Garcia, if the UK dispute resolves, delivering massive ordnance penetrators on hardened underground bunkers. EA-18G Growlers jamming every Iranian radar frequency simultaneously. Tomahawk cruise missiles from 5 destroyers saturating air defense batteries in the opening minutes. This is not a punitive strike. This is the complete and simultaneous destruction of Iran's ability to fight back. Israel Hayom reported today, citing U.S. officials, that Trump will convene senior advisors on Friday for detailed discussions on Iran. The focus of those deliberations is not whether a strike will occur. It is scope and targets. Options under active discussion include nuclear facilities, missile production sites, state institutions, and critical infrastructure. A U.S. official familiar with the Iran discussions told Politico that one scenario involves an initial, limited strike used as leverage to force Iran into a deal. And if no deal follows, a larger set of strikes comes next. The Pentagon's first kamikaze drone unit, one-way attack UAVs reverse-engineered from Iran's own Shahed 136, is prepared to take part in strikes on Iran if Trump gives the order. Iran built that weapon. The U.S. copied it. And now it may be used against Iran's own territory. Iran is not passive. It is watching every move. Iranian authorities shifted multiple universities to online-only classes today, a sign the regime fears student protests could reignite once bombs start falling. Iranian officials have threatened that any U.S. strike will be treated as total war, targeting every American base in the region. Al Udeid in Qatar, Al Dhafra in the UAE, Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia, Camp Lemonnier in Djibouti. Iran holds 400 kilograms of highly enriched uranium, enough for multiple nuclear devices once further processed. It has rebuilt its medium-range ballistic missile stockpile to pre-June 2025 levels. Its axis of resistance, Hezbollah, Houthi forces, Iraqi militias, remains partially operational despite severe degradation. The U.S. counter is overwhelming and now fully in place. 2 carrier strike groups with 150-plus combat aircraft, 12 F-22 Raptors in Israel, F-35 squadrons on 3 separate airfields, Patriot and THAAD batteries shielding every major U.S. base. Kamikaze drone units ready. IAEA Chief Rafael Grossi present in Geneva as last-minute technical cover. And tomorrow, Trump's War Council makes the call. Bottom line is this. Geneva ended today with no deal. Iran rejected every major U.S. demand. Uranium transfer, enrichment halt, facility dismantlement, permanent restrictions. Witkoff and Kushner left disappointed. Iran agreed only to technical talks in Vienna on Monday, buying one more week. Trump convenes senior advisors tomorrow, Friday, February 27th, to decide the scope and targets of military action. not whether to strike. 11 F-22 Raptor stealth fighters, never before deployed to Israel, landed at Ovda Air Base in southern Israel today. A 12th is incoming. Every U.S. Navy warship in Bahrain left port. Same pattern as before Iran's attack on Qatar in June 2025. Politico confirmed tonight that White House advisors want Israel to strike first to trigger Iranian retaliation, to give Trump political cover for war. Israel refuses. Joint U.S.-Israeli operation is the most likely scenario. Options on Trump's desk include nuclear sites, missile facilities, state institutions, and critical infrastructure. Pentagon kamikaze drone unit, reverse-engineered from Iran's own Shahed 136, is ready to deploy. Qatar Airways canceled all flights to Iran through June 30th. Whether tomorrow's White House War Council produces a strike order or another week of Vienna technical talks will determine if this weekend becomes the moment the Middle East changes forever. The F-22s are already in Israel. The carriers are already in position. The Navy has already left Bahrain, and Trump already has his war plans on the desk. The talks bought one more week. Whether that week becomes a deal or a countdown depends on a meeting happening tomorrow in Washington that no camera will see. Stay tuned.